think this offseason we put together a really, really talented group. Not only are they talented goalkeepers, but they're really good human beings.
Gotta go! Full stretch! Good save from Barraza. Latano! Kim is there! Heroic goalkeeping from Kim!
And it's not by far! That's the hero in this one!
When we went into this process of rebuilding our goalkeeping group, man, we really thought about the individual first and how they are as a person and a teammate and how we can build around that to help build a goalkeeping core that can help us get results throughout the long season.
You know, we have a good goalkeeping core. June had some very good matches for us. He's very young, talented. Luis has shown his experience and had a good few weeks now. You're talking 7-8 matches for him now. And then Jordan Farr. I mean, Jordan Farr has been fantastic in the goalkeeping core and made us better as well. So we feel really strong about that unit.
Still down a body, Choupo-Moting! Flares it in the direction of Barraza.
It's a unique experience. Obviously, when I was a player and he was a player, we played in the same environment. So you get to know him, you know, a lot more as a person and his training habits. So it was an easy decision when, you know, he became available and we wanted to take him onto our group because I know he would help excel our group and help us win games and help drive the goalkeeping culture that we really wanted here at DC United.
Luis is someone that I have thoroughly enjoyed working with. I think he stepped in and shown a lot of veteran experience that we need. He's just a guy that is very, very competitive. When he speaks, I think people listen. And so you could see that in match. He has a good way to be able to connect with not only his back line, but his midfielders as well. And I think the guys are feeling a lot of confidence in him.
It's important for a group like this to have leadership and guys drive the culture that we want. Luis has stepped up really well in that aspect. At the beginning of the year, he put his head down, he worked through some adversity, and now he's shining where he should be.
Motoring forward, Martinez! And saved again by Barraza. Trying to cut it back, Martinez! Denied by Barraza! Through the middle again, Carrizo tries to help it along, Barraza.
Luis Barraza with 2 consecutive clean sheets, one against his former side, New York City, and follows it up on the road in Music City.
Every single week, these guys are fighting for spots. When we go through a week of training, there's no number one at the beginning of the week. We know that when we go to make decisions on the weekend that, you know, all 3 of these guys are prepared to play, prepared to get results. Everyone's on an even playing field and everyone's preparing to play for every single game.
Repelled by Kim, and the South Korean did marvelously.
This guy is incredibly mature. He's got a great personality, a big personality. We're seeing more of that now that he's learning the language and getting more comfortable with the guys. And his quality is everyone can see that on the field, especially for a young goalkeeper. Gives our group a ton of confidence. He's only going to gain more confidence, and the group's going to gain more confidence out of that.
It's funny because when you look at June and you see he's only 21 years old, you're like, man, he gives so much more maturity and leadership for a young goalkeeper. Man, he's really adapting because a guy coming from, you know, across the world into a new environment, new food, away from family, away from his comforts, and for him to adapt so quickly, man, I couldn't be more proud of him. I'm proud of how focused he's been. And when his time stepped up again, he's come in, he's performed. He's been that steady guy that we knew he could be.
Spot in the quarterfinals on the table here at Audi Field.
June is extremely talented, has a bright future in our club. He did well in the first match, and I hope he continues to get more matches in this competition.
7 games in league play. Getting a look not only in this Open Cup match, but in the match prior.
On a rainy night in the nation's capital. And we are off and running. They come back around. Williamson's service headed down and pawed away by Kim. Nice find inside. Petkovic right into the chest of Kim. Finds Ajiman. Ajiman shoots, punched away by Kim.
DC United do have 1 substitution left if they think Jordan Farr is a better penalty stopper than Kim.
I like to point out Jordan Farr. You know, he hasn't played yet, and he's a guy that he also could step up if his number's called.
Here we go.
Kim will make way. Former USL man Jordan
He was
Farr.
one of our first signings this offseason, especially with our goalkeeper group. It's a guy who's played a lot of minutes, played a lot of football in his career. I think the biggest thing is go back to the word confidence, man. He's confident in these moments. I try to build a lot of confidence in him by the scouting process we do going into these type of shootouts. And I just told him, man, like, hey, do you commit 100% and we're gonna come out winners. No matter if it's in front of 50,000 people or 2 at a training session. Jordan is Jordan Farr, and it's what we expect from him.
we up against Jordan Farr, who's played all of 2 minutes in this competition.
Sure, why not? No, he won't.
Malonga denied by Farr. The late game adjustment makes his mark on the game.
His career in Europe.
And it's denied by Farr again.
5 for 6, Jordan Farr.
Can he level the shootout? No, he cannot, because Jordan Farr is in the
He
game.
told me, he said, hey, meet me in the corner flag, meaning he's going to win it and we're going to go celebrate together. So he's confident in that situation, and we're lucky to have him in this club, not only because of what he did tonight, but really because of what he does every day.
He steps up, and it's stopped by Farr.
The only way it should end, Jordan Farr is your hero.
DC United are moving on to the quarterfinals. It takes some guts to make a change like that, but boy does it pay off. Jordan Farr with 4 saves in the penalty shootout.
We knew going into this, if we went to penalties and we had a substitution left, we wanted him to be in that situation so he could do what he did tonight. And it's not a surprise to us, but it really is. I mean, it's an unbelievable performance. To say 4 out of 5 is truly special. And man, if you're around that guy every day, you want that moment for him, because Jordan is a first-class human being, and that moment means even more to his teammates and this club because of who he is and what he represents.
Our goalkeeper crew is the best I've ever worked with, and like for June to have the game he had, which I believe was a very solid performance, and then step off the field and give me trust and give me the energy, says a lot about him. And same thing with Luis, and like I'm just super proud to be a part of this group. Cody, he has to get credit. Cody Mizell, our goalkeeper coach, along with the rest of the coaches, him specifically. He prepares us every week for what we need to do, and I just want to make sure that's really clear, because it's been super fun to work.
You see that the unit we're creating, the culture we're creating, it's funny because everyone talks about the goalkeeper union, right? But at the end of the day, like you mentioned, only one guy gets to play. When you have an environment where guys can compete every single day, fighting for a spot, and all 3 of them do that consistently throughout a week, but then when it comes to the match day, when it comes to the success of this club and winning for DC United, that's where these guys excel, man. And like I said, that's all part of the culture we're trying to build. Guys who can push each other to the limit and then know when to celebrate when victory's happening.
Survive in advance, right? And let's go DC. Yeah! Let's go, baby. Let's go.